Hey folks, thanks for joining me once again. Well, this time around, we're going to be having a look at the first modern American IPA brewed after Prohibition, Anchor Liberty Ale, which comes in at 5.9% alcohol by volume. And it's brewed and bottled by the Anchor Brewing Company of San Francisco, California. Now, what more can I tell you about Anchor Brewing Co.'s Liberty Ale? Well, I've never tried it before. My good mate and fellow Aussie beer reviewer Jez Lawson managed to get his hands on this a few years ago and do a review of it. So, yeah, I was fortunate enough to stumble upon it just the other day when I bought a bottle of Foster's, believe it or not, for a examination that I'm doing with Jay Terrio tomorrow, in fact. Okay, so yeah, it's a 355 ml brown bottle, and yeah, it's well within date too, surprisingly. So I'm gonna grab the Bruges bottle opener and crack off the cap and give it a pour. Wow, the teeth on this, yeah, are giving me a bit of grief. Okay, but anyway, yeah, it's open. Okay, give it a nice pour into this tulip glass. Yeah, strangely, I've not bought a IPA glass yet. I have all the glassware from Spiegelau except for that, oddly. I'll get around to it. Anyway, let's have a look at the appearance of this one here. Well, it's very effervescent, as you can see, and it's definitely one that's on the amber spectrum. Yeah, and yeah, it's somewhat hazy as well, with well, it's only about one finger of yeah, off-white head, but yeah, it certainly does look enticing still. All right, so onto the aroma. Okay, that's quite yeah, there's quite yeah, a noticeable presence of hops there. Yeah, somewhat somewhat herbal in their scent actually. Yeah, and definitely a bit of malt there too. Hmm. It does smell quite enticing. So that could only mean it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So cheers to you all, folks. Let's dive into this one. Ooh. Well, there's a nice, hit of sweet malts up front. There's a definite presence of hot bitterness as well. But it's balanced out perfectly, and that's something I really like to see in an IPA. The last thing you want is just this hot bomb, well, for me at least. Um, but yeah, this is beautifully balanced, and yeah, I gotta have another gulp. Mm. Mm. Yeah, very nice, very smooth, very refreshing. It's going down an absolute treat. Now, in terms of its drinkability, well, it's very drinkable. Is it something that you could session? Well, perhaps not, given that it's 5.9% ABV, but you could still have a few of these and enjoy yourself. Um, as far as the price point goes, yeah, it's quite ludicrous here in Australia. Although, yeah, compared to some other craft beers out there, it's a bit more reasonable, perhaps. But I won't delve into that. I mean, yeah, it's always an horrific topic to cover off here in Australia. Uh, now, I think it's almost time that I wrapped this up and gave it a score out of 10. So let's have one last gulp and give it a score out of 10. Alright, well, all in all, it's a really impressive brew. Uh, Very well balanced. You know, a fine example of the style, in my opinion. Is it as good as the Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA? Perhaps not, but still, it's very decent. And yeah, I'd be more than happy to give Anchor's a Liberty Ale a solid 9 out of 10. So there you go, folks. A 9 out of 10 for Anchor's a Liberty Ale. Alright, so I'm just going to kick back and enjoy the rest of this, and I'll see you all again real soon for another review. But until then, fare thee well, all.